Hello, hello, it's probably Sharon. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. We're starting off this project with some index cards. Very cheap. They're already cut to a good size for your junk journal. We're going to get some of your leftover scraps and we're going to turn it into something very fun to add to your journal. So hang in there with me and we will start. Okay, this should be pretty fun and pretty simple. This is a good thing to do. It doesn't take a lot of thought. It's kind of like putting together a puzzle. You can just kind of relax, get your things, glue things down. It's mindless, really. So yeah, I've got some index cards, a couple different sizes here, and you see some of them have that grid pattern, and I've copy dyed all of these. All I did is made some really strong coffee, put it in a container, dipped it in there, took it right out, put the index card down on a towel, and then as it dried, I put a stencil over it, and then when it was all dry, I removed the stencil, and that's how I got these patterns. It's just on the one side, obviously, but I thought, it would be fun to start off with a pattern instead of just having a plain card or just a copy dyed card. So let's pick one out here. So you could make little writing cards, or you could even make, they could be pockets too. So they're both good sizes. Let's see, what are the dimensions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 3 are the smaller ones, and then the bigger ones are 4 by 6. So let's just grab one. We'll use a bigger one. And then I went through my scraps and kind of dug out some things I thought might go together. Rather than getting my whole container, I thought I'd just grab a few things out so there wasn't so many choices to make it too overwhelming. So yeah, I've obviously have a few containers of scraps. I just keep getting more and more containers of scraps. I need to use them up. So first, let's go through and kind of lay out some different things. You could cover the whole thing, just collage the whole thing, or you can just, do collage just part of it, which is what I'm going to do because I don't want to cover up all of the pattern that I have on here already. So let's just see here. So I guess if you guys watch the news, the Charlie Kirk shooting literally happened about 13 miles from my house. So I know I'm late putting a video out. My mind's just been racing. It's really hard and sad. This event overall is just sad. But when something happens so close to your house, it's awful. I just feel bad for both families. It's a hard thing. Anyway, my mind's just been racing and I've been having a hard time putting a video together. So bear with me if I seem a little bit off. Okay. So yeah, there's not like any rules. You can put down as many scraps as you want. You can use fabric. I even have some fabric pieces. This is off of a journal that I'm working on right now. Oh, let me grab it. That fabric is gorgeous. Look at this. How beautiful is that fabric? I got it at Walmart. I think it was Walmart. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Obviously I'm still working on it, but love it. Anyway, had some scraps left over. Obviously, I could make a couple more journals out of what was left over. So yeah, I just thought I'd put that in my little pile of stuff. So I even got some packaging paper and did some stamping. You can use whatever you want. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat. So let's see here. You don't want to overthink it like I'm doing right now. This is supposed to be just relaxing and easy. So kind of get it the way you want it, and then we'll glue it down. Like that. Yeah, I like that. Now I need something here, kind of like a focal point. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. So I'm just going to glue it down with Fabri-Tac. I've been using Fabri-Tac on a lot of things lately. And some of these pieces I want to do a little bit of inking, see where it was torn, and I can see the white. Just want to ink that a little bit. Paper's kind of thin. And then maybe do a little on this one. Not a whole lot. I'm just using Vintage Photo Distress ink. Okay. So again, I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac. If I'm being honest, I haven't really told on my channel about details of what happened, but I'm not ready to yet. I mean, I do want to talk about it. I just worry about, there's those people that sit behind their keyboard and dish out judgment and point fingers and things like that. But I don't know if I should even say this, but we had a pretty tragic event happen in my family some years ago. And this thing with Charlie Kirk has just kind of brought those memories and feelings, confusion, questions to the surface in my brain again. And I don't know. It's not a fun place to be. So that looks really good. So let's talk about something. So the kids are back in school now. Crazy how fast the summer went by. It seems like they just got out. My little nephews are all back in school again. Just, yeah, crazy. Just seems like, yeah, the summer just flew by. It's not where I had that before, is it? Yeah. Yeah, they're growing up. My nephews, they're just growing up so fast. I mean, before you know it, I'll be going to their graduation. It seems like. Okay, do we want to put this? Now notice how I'm doing vertical and horizontal. I don't so much like doing diagonal. That's just me. I would rather do horizontal, vertical. But by all means, if you like the diagonal look, it's totally up to you. That's what's so fun about this stuff is there's no rules. You can do it just how you want. So I had another bottle of Fabri-Tac, and it got down to, there's probably about 1.5 inches left in the bottom of the bottle. And it just started getting so thick. And so I kept adding acetone to it, just a little bit here and there. But it seemed like every day I was having to put more in it. It was just so thick. And so I had to go get a new bottle because it was just taking too much time, because it would just take forever to get down to the nozzle, and you know how it is. Okay, so do I want to put some kind of a focal point? Let's see what we have. That's too dark. I already used, maybe. What does that look like? I think I'm going to use this, but I'm going to rip off the end because when I printed it on the computer. It cut off that very end. So I'm going to just rip it and then do a little bit of inking. So yeah, what would be great is if you're working on a journal, you could just, if you're doing like certain colors or certain patterns or whatever, just take the scraps you have left over after you do a lot of tags and pockets and pages, and just take those leftover scraps and make some little index cards like this. And then those little pieces will all tie in together with what you already have in your journal. Everything will kind of go together. So, I mean, the thing is, you can get the same scraps, pieces of this, and put them together on 5 different tags. And there'll always be one that you just love over the rest of them, even though they have the same paper, the same everything. One of them or 2 of them will be, yeah, it's just weird how that works. Even though it's the same paper, they'll just have different looks about them. So should we do another one? Let's see. Okay. Feels like there's 2 stuck together, but they're not. Okay, we're going to do a smaller one this time. Let's maybe do a bigger piece. Yeah, maybe I'll start with that. Again, I'm using the Fabri-Tac. Yeah, these index cards are pretty cheap. I mean, you can get them at the dollar store, and it's nice because they're already cut to a nice shape, nice size, I guess I should say. Nice size for junk journals, for writing cards or tags. I mean, you could just clip the little corners off, make a little tag shape. But yeah, it's just nice because they're already cut to the right size. You don't have to cut down those big pieces of paper. So they're really handy and cheap. I mean, what more could you ask for? Let's see here. Is that too close in color? I just stamped this. I have some stamps that say postcard. We could maybe use that for a focal point. Maybe. That'll be a maybe. I don't know. This is just a piece of, what's it called? Mulberry paper. Let's see. Let's just go for it. I rip this down a little bit and do some inking. So I have 2 big journals I'm working on right now. Just regular journals. There's not like a theme or whatever. But after I'm finished with those two, I think I'm going to start on my Christmas journals. I know it's only September, but they're my favorite. The Christmas journals are my absolute favorite. And, you know, why not? Why not start on my Christmas journals in September? Why not? So, in my little ideas journal that I have, that's part of the series that you're watching right now, soon I may be doing different like Christmas pages or Christmas ideas for my ideas journal. Mix it up a little. So that'll be fun. My Christmas journal, my Christmas journals that I made last year did really well. One of the videos, well, a couple of the videos did pretty good, but I noticed that they're picking up, meaning that they're getting more views, you know? So people are already interested in Christmas, so I thought, why not start with my Christmas journal soon? Okay. Do you want to put anything else before I put this down? Really see that very well, can you? It's kind of cool because you can still see the paper underneath, but it adds a little more texture. And texture is always good. We'll just put this down. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Just like that. So let's see, how many layers do I have on that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one has 6, this one has 5. But yeah, they're really simple, and like I said, you don't need to put a lot of thought into it. It's relaxing if you just get some of your scraps together and just sit down with your glue and you know, just put them in your stash. You know, if you don't want to put a focal point on it yet, you can just leave them as they are. I mean, here's some more that I made. That one I used a little bit of the corrugated cardboard. And these, like, see, I haven't put, I collaged the whole thing. So corner to corner. But I didn't put a focal point because I thought I'm just going to put these in my stash. And then if I need a card somewhere down the line, I can put a focal point that matches the theme or whatever I'm working on at the time. So yeah, fun. Anyway, let's see. Now we could go ahead and put a little hole and tie a ribbon. You just leave them like this. You could cut them into a tag shape. Do I want to put any ribbon on these? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to round the corners. Make it look a little better. And then, I mean, with the coffee dyeing, I don't know if it's really necessary to ink around the edges. The edges look fine the way they are, Sharon. Okay. Now, let me get my corner, sorry, my hole punch. It's the heart. I don't want the heart. The circle. And I'm just going to put the whole right up here in the corner. Now I thought about doing an eyelet, but I don't feel like I want to put an eyelet on something where it's just one layer, you know. I don't feel like an eyelet's really necessary for this thing, but this is just some of the cheesecloth table runner. I've been using a lot of this lately, so of course I'm going to use it today because it's my thing right now. I love it. So yeah, you can just spray this, kind of tug on it and warp it a little bit. Kind of twist it up. I don't like how it's poking down though. I want it to stick up. I wonder, let me try something. I wonder if I put a little bit of string on there and tied it, it would help it stick up better instead of to the side. I mean, sometimes I like that look, but I just want to try this and see if I can get it to go up. There we go. That's better. Then we can have this cute little string hanging down. That'll just add a little more character to it. Ta-da! There, what do you think? Now, I need to put this in my my ideas journal, but I don't have a pocket to put it in yet. So I'll just pop it in my ideas journal, and then one of these days when we do a pocket, I will have a beautiful little tag to put inside. So have you guys made these before? I'm hoping I have some newbies out there that are just starting out, and I'm hoping I'm giving you some good ideas for your first junk journal, hopefully. Let me know. Have you done this before? Do you like this idea? It's a good way to get rid of some of your scraps, I think. So anyway, let me know what you think. I love, love, love to read your comments. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you when I create my next video. Bye-bye.